Today, I'm going to drop some insider knowledge on you. I'm going to tell you Iman Gadzhi's exact content strategy that made him explode and generated over $100 million. I did not work with Iman personally, but I know someone who's very close to him, who has worked with him, and who knows his content team, his media team, and he knows exactly the strategy they did and how they executed it. And this is as firsthand as it gets. So before fully understanding this, you need to understand the Eugene Schwartz framework for marketing. In this model, you have 5 awareness levels: unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware, and 5 sophistication stages. 1, you're first to market. Market is completely unsophisticated and just usually claims work. 2, you're second to market, and market is largely unsophisticated and usually better claims work. 3, market is getting sophisticated and now your claims are becoming stale and you kind of need to introduce mechanisms of like how these claims would work. So learn English in 3 months, learn to speak English fluently, stage 1. Learn English in 3 months, stage 2. Learn English in 3 months with our like special immersion method is stage 3. And stage 4 is now the market is very sophisticated and in like the break of their, like they are very calloused and like they don't believe anything. And in that stage, you increase the mechanism and claims are driven to their absolute limits. It has to solve more of the original problem, has extra benefits, etc. Right? So for example, instead of like the immersion methods, like a local country business English optimized like speech accelerator, right? Or like fluency accelerator, like something a lot more dynamic, like something a lot more like you just like push the mechanism to like the how you generate, how you can make that claim is through this very unique, very sophisticated, very like hard to possess mechanism that you possess, right? So that's like the 4th, market sophistication. And the 5th one is complete oversaturated markets. And in these markets, everyone is callous, nobody trusts anything, nobody buys, everyone is bombarded with like the same offers, same claims, same mechanisms, and people buy from brands. And that's extreme sophistication. People buy from other people they like, they trust, and have a personal connection to. And Eugene Schwartz called this identification. They buy from brands they identify with instead of any value claims, benefit claims, mechanisms, any amount of convincing. They just feel identification. So if I break down the awareness levels, unaware is prospect doesn't even know not knowing English is a problem. He just thinks like it's just kind of normal, right? Now you kind of like make them feel bad and like make them feel like this is a problem. You're creating a problem awareness where it doesn't exist. And this is why like some marketing makes you feel bad because they want you to feel bad. They want you to feel like you have problems. The second is problem aware. This, you know, not knowing English is a problem, but you don't know if there's a solution or you don't know which solution. You don't know if a solution exists, right? And like now in this stage, you remind the problem, you focus on the problem and you lead to your thing as the solution. 3 is solution aware. This person knows there are solutions to this problem, but he doesn't know which solution is the best, right? Let's say with like the English example, this knows not knowing English is a problem. He knows there are like different solutions, like going to a language school, doing like trying to do apps, like trying to do at-home study, buying info products, working like a one-on-one coach, immigrating to like a foreign country where you can like immerse and speak perfectly, but he doesn't know like which one would actually solve his problem. So, and the 4th is product aware. And this person has decided that, let's say, going to a language school is the solution, but he hasn't decided to actually go to that language school or your language school, right? And so this person knows of your product, knows of what you sell, but it just isn't convinced, right? Like he's thinking of other language schools, not yours. He's kind of comparing, right? But he's like dead set on his solution. He knows like about your product, but he just hasn't decided on like taking action on your product. And the 5th one is most aware. And in this section, this person knows about you. This person is actually like convinced that you would be the solution, but it just hasn't happened yet. Like he just didn't get to actually buying your services. And usually this is just like timing issue. And how this is solved is just being like in the front of mind. This person just sees you all the time in his buying cycle where like when the time is right for him, he just buys, or usually discounts or promotions or scarcity or like kind of like psychological nudges really help in this stage. So this is kind of like 5 stages of awareness of a prospect, right? So as a recap, sophistication, first to market, tell them the claim, the value, the benefits. Second to market, have a better claim, populated market, Level 3, you introduce a unique mechanism why like that claim works, like actually, because people start to hear a lot of claims, right? Fourth stage, which is the saturated market. And in this stage, you just need like a better mechanism, more differentiation, just crank up all the dials in the stage. And the fifth stage is oversaturated market, like completely burnt out market. And then it's branding and identification. People buy the brand, not the offers, not the claims, not the mechanisms, not the benefits. People buy brands. So circling back to Iman Gadzhi, right? Iman used to have like a fairly modest YouTube channel where he would have very niche down content to agency owners, especially like marketing agency owners, mainly focused on advertising. And he would get like, I would say like 10 to 50,000 views. And he was like a fairly big name in the niche, but he would, like his content was more like how would do like this email software integration for your cold emails or like cold email scripts, just kind of like very agency focused. Actually, not even agency growing focused, like agency owner focused content to kind of like sell his info products that teach that and to expose himself to more of like his kind of like agency clients, but like less so, more like it was more like an info product funnel for him, right? But what is this in awareness levels, guys? This is like level 4 awareness, right? This is a product awareness. To this viewer, he knows, right? He needs to do cold emails. He needs to use like this specific cold email software for his cold emails. And he is like sold on like getting it. He's sold on like having cold email. He just needs to like learn the integration. It's like so like deep in like the awareness of the prospect, right? What Iman did is he changed his awareness levels from level 4 to level 1. His content now focuses on the unaware prospect. And again, goes to the same funnel. It's like info products on like building an agency funnel, right? But like now his content is more like, hey, like, do you feel economic constraints? Like, here's what I would do in like this year to make like $10,000 a month. And it's just like the person who's watching is like unaware and or problem aware, but like even like more leans unaware, where like, oh, he just like doesn't even know like this is like a thing. And Iman just introduces the thing to that person. Like he went from people who knew exactly what needed to do, but like needed to learn like how to do like specific tasks, to just complete unaware people of like they even have like a problem, or problem aware people where like they know that like not having money is a problem, but they don't know how to do it. Like they don't even have online businesses in their mind, but Iman is like, hey, you can kind of make money online, kind of like a Tai Lopez-ish content strategy. He opened up his awareness to unaware prospects basically, and convincing people that they can and should make money online when they had like no intention or know-how of doing so whatsoever. So if you want to open up your content, your audience, and actually scale, here are like 3 tips. And again, you need to execute this well, because usually niche down content is easier because you probably know what you're talking about at like that deep of an awareness level. But like generic content, like you need to hit like a lot of different notes. But if you want to actually blow up and scale, this is kind of a must-have, right? Awareness level have to be level 1, maximum level 3, but ideally 1 to 2, right? Unaware and problem aware. Sophistication should be level 5, meaning you have to assume markets are oversaturated and almost everything you do should have an identification, branding, and personal relating behind it. That will make you basically saturation proof, like claim proof. A lot of Iman's content is very personalized. He posts about his lifestyle a lot, and basically he wants us, especially his like short form content, to have buy-in into who he is, his life, and his results, right? Instead of just making like how-to videos, value posts, offers, claims, or like introducing unique mechanisms. It's more like, hey, I'm Iman, this is me, and this is what I teach. And his content type is insanely branded, connecting type content. He's not like super light on value, but before his content was like all value, all how-tos, all actually executable stuff. Now it's a lot more like introducing concepts, have these like webinar type like videos where he will kind of like hold someone's hand and journey them to his own outcome of that video. And why it's like level 5 sophistication, because like this online business SMMA, grow your agency model is like so overdone. Like it's kind of started like Tai Lopez like 2015-ish, I think. Like, and but Iman is still crushing it, right? Because he focused on like level 5 sophistication. That is so critical, right? Like awareness is like level 1 to 3, and again like ideally 1 to 2, and sophistication is level 5. And this is the formula, guys. Okay, this is how you can blow up. And again, content type is like insanely branded, and by branded I don't mean like just putting your logo on everything, but like just having like, hey, this is what I'm about. Like this is what I just kind of like more focused on like the brand. It could be personal, right? Instead of the individual value that video itself offers, right? So what basically Iman did is like all branding, all connection. Lifestyle content, results, why he's the best, the Nepali kids story, the Nepali schools. I actually even buy into that. Like I just was like, hey, let's go. Like Nepali schools, right? Fixing the educational system, like who he is, where he came from, his mother, his social life, just a lot of him. Like now he's like make money with AI videos. It's a novel offer. It's a new offer, right? And what does that mean? In this new offer, you can just kind of get away with a claim. It's like, hey, I will teach you how to make money with AI. But in his like SMMA videos, in his marketing agency videos, he will never teach you like, I'll teach you how to make money with an agency. It's like all of his like SMMA content is like level 5 sophistication. It's really brand. But like this new AI content, it's a new offer. It's like an unsophisticated market, so you can get away with more just making simple claim videos or simple claim type of offers. But when the market is saturated, or if you want to make your content saturation proof, the play is very easy. The play is the brand play. So here's the formula. Here's the winning combination. Level 5 sophistication, level 1 to 3 awareness. If you focus most of your content, you will have the correct foundation to actually blow up. If you actually want to scale, and again, not everyone wants to scale, by the way. Like not everyone wants to have like millions of subs. It's like a whole different game. But if you actually want to scale, instead of finding very niche down clients, this is the formula. If you execute this, it will be successful. And here is another question that I want to get to, and that is, should you do this? Here's my take. And again, this is like, don't take this as a hard rule, but here's my take. The earlier your channel is and the worse you are at content, you should niche down as much as possible, because you probably know what you're talking about, and like your value and your confidence in like knowing what you're talking about would overshadow a lot of hiccups in a lot of your content, like the title hiccups, thumbnail hiccups, like the production hiccups, like, and when it's niche down, when it's like that sophisticated and aware of like a prospect, that person is a lot more likely to look over a lot of those things than this like Joe from the couch that you want to influence. And again, this is like a big thing where Eugene Schwartz is like, oh, why not everyone does like level 5 sophistication and level 1 awareness? That's like the biggest and like most high leverage thing, because it is really hard to do. Like it's like, and that gets like a lowest percentage of actually being successful and like hardest to get right type of thing. And that's why almost nobody does that kind of marketing, that kind of content. Because it actually needs, you need to hit like all the right buttons to do this correctly. You need like very high charisma, great production, good presence. You need to have a great backstory. You need to be personable. You kind of need to be share your life and relatable to the people, especially your like prospects. You need to have like case studies. You need to have like a lot of proof that you can kind of like throw people's faces. You need to have good content production, right? Like I think I said that before, but like, so niche content is a lot more forgiving, is my point. If I'm searching like how to file taxes as a dual citizen in a country I'm not a citizen in, but like a resident in, I'm willing to suffer through a lot of like bad lighting and like monotone things if the content has what I need. But if I'm like, hey, I can teach you how to be rich online, like in like 30 days, okay, that everything needs to be sharp at that video. So this, what I'm sharing with you today, is the playbook if you want to build a massive brand. But should you do this is your decision, whether if you want to have the qualities for that, or someone in your team has the qualities for that and wants to become the face of the brand or your company, and you want to go through with this. Usually for like most clients, I recommend, if they're starting out and if they don't really have a good production, just niche down. That's my personal opinion. So I also do know Iman's internal process, how he optimizes title and thumbnails, how he could blow up videos that would generate no views into millions of views. I know his like analytics page analysis and how would like optimize that. But a lot of those things are told to me in confidentiality. So I'm just not going to share them right now. It's something we apply for our clients, but not something I'm comfortable sharing publicly. But it's not something I'm comfortable sharing publicly in this video. But I hope you found this valuable. I feel like this macro strategy is a lot more valuable than like the micro optimization pieces, but they make it like a very, very powerful combo. I'm Ozzy from BDM, and that's all for today. I wish you a fantastic day.